All right, I'm Dr. John Shirk, and in this video, we're going to just take a quick look at the cultural and even biological dynamics that go into why does culture matter, right? We're going to get to the how-to parts of it, but you do need to have a kind of base for understanding what's happening. So let's imagine for a minute that I put 5 monkeys in a cage that were unfamiliar with each other and a bunch of bananas, one bunch of bananas. What would happen? Well, it's not hard to guess. They would start fighting with each other. And what would happen as time went on, they would rank order themselves from the most dominant, then number 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And what's been done over with actual research is when they take their blood and they test it, number 1 monkey has the highest levels of happiness and motivation hormones, dopamine and serotonin. They're the highest in the top monkey, and then a little less in number 2, and a little less, and so on down to number 5, who in fact is miserable. And watching that monkey behaviorally, they'll sit in a corner and they'll be super unhappy, right? And interestingly, if you give them essentially antidepressants, they'll get up and fight again, right? But what's going on is a hormonal thing. And if you're going to have quote unquote happy and motivated technicians, you need to understand that there's an actual biology involved because we do the same thing. Now, we have a much more complicated way of doing it than just bananas. We have how good looking is somebody? What schools does someone go to? What car do they drive? How much money do they have? How much money do they make? Who's their family's name? There's all kinds of different ways that we do this, right? Now, the problem is when we talk about organizing, getting work done in a company, in order to organize it, we have to put some people in charge and they have to give direction to other people, right? The challenge is, how do we do that without making all of our techs feel like monkey number 5? Now, at the end of the day, that's the end game. We need to be able to have technicians who do the work we need them to do in a way that we need them to do it. But in order for that to happen, somehow we have to be able to give them direction, but not make them feel like they're the bottom of the chain. Okay, so the first technique I'm going to give you for this is what I call the first 2 laws of management, first 2 laws of supervision. And those 2 laws are, number 1, I'm in charge, but number 2, you're more important than me. And here's what this means. If your supervisors, and it's got to come from the top down, I mean, it's not like you don't have to do this, but they do. But if your supervisors give clear, specific direction, it's fairly black and white, either you did it or you didn't. And then after that direction is given, that's the I'm in charge part, they then focus on giving whatever level of support is required to help that person jump over the bar that's just been laid out for them. That's the you're more important than me part. I'm in charge, but you're more important than me. So the point of this video is to give you, first of all, the sense that what needs to get accomplished is not simply a slogan that you can put on the room where you have your safety meetings that says we're number 1 or whatever. There's a much deeper process involved, and you're going to have to be much more committed than sloganeering to create a culture that actually competes for talent. Okay, and the first place to start is I'm in charge, but you're more important than me. All right, I'm Dr. John Shirk. We'll see you in the next video.